You're a chocolate cookie, and we're here to confirm that you will be avoiding a trap. Yesterday, I made you a video. If you click on it, you'll see I have a trap video. I go through some CBDCs. The US Central Bank sold the top of stocks and crypto. They banned themselves, and now we're trying to postulate, will the US government sell the top of stocks in the next macro swing too? I then go on to tell you about a big, nasty, bad curse scenario for crypto with some vicious, ferocious warning signs. And I talk about the Bitcoin curse. However, you are a yummy cookie, and we're going to reiterate right now throughout this video, and I repeated this many times, baby dolls, one of the most believed concepts in crypto is that Bitcoin breaks its top because of the Bitcoin halvening. And I explained that it's not because of the Bitcoin halvening, it's because of the stock market. It's happened 3 times. We could get trapped big time. I made a tweet here for you, and we're going to go through it. I actually made the chart here for you to show you. A lot of you have been asking me, please show us what you're talking about. I made this tweet for you. Look at this. I'm going to go through it. The next Bitcoin cycle is going to be the most controversial one. It's true. It will be so much controversy. Most people believe that Bitcoin breaks its all-time high because of the Bitcoin halvening. So traditionally, Bitcoin has the halvening. The supply issuance get cut. The Bitcoin miners sell less per block per day. And because they have less selling, about 12 months later, Bitcoin has popped through the highs. Happened 3 times, 2012, 2016, 2020. But if you see my chart, you'll see that Bitcoin breaks the high in the same week that the S&P 500 stock market index does. Big trap. We're going to go through this. I want to reiterate to you, I am an outsider like you. We are yummy chocolate cookies. I've got nothing to sell you. You're paying me already in your friendship. Like, subscribe, bell button, and you followed me. I don't want this to happen. I want to win. I want our numbers to go up. I don't want this to happen. I'm giga long. I'm turbo long. I'm just here to warn you. I'm here to help you. Perhaps this scenario plays out. I hope it's a 5% chance, but it's scary. It might be more towards a 30 to a 60% chance of this occurring. It might be. I'm leaning towards 50-50. That's very alarming. So in the very, very top chart here, I've even synchronized it for you. That's how much I love you, man. That's how much I freaking love you. Look at this. I've synchronized the top chart. Let's get them to match. The top chart is Bitcoin. The bottom chart is the S&P 500. And I'm going to write it here. So BTC, and then we have stonks. Actually, I'll write S&P 500 so you know it's a proper index. You'll see this. We're going to go through. We're going to see this. We're going to put these together, and you're actually going to see. This is how spooky it is. This is how very spooky it is, friends. We're going to have to zoom it in. I know trading view is a bit difficult sometimes. We're trying to match it up. Here you go. Right here, 2012. This was the first Bitcoin halvening. You see right here. I'm going to get this juicy arrow. We've made a juicy arrow for you. Look at this. I circled the Bitcoin halvening. I also have these vertical lines. You can see these vertical lines. They match up. You can see the S&P 500 breaks its all-time high, and it's pumping at the same time. It's spooky. The S&P 500 with this first line. So this first line also corresponds to, I'm going to get this arrow here for you because you're a baby little baby. It corresponds to here. They both match up. Bitcoin breaks its all-time high. Bitcoin goes from $30, pumps to $180. Same time the S&P does. And then you say to me, okay, let's go to the next one because this is one of one. Okay, in the next time Bitcoin breaks its all-time high, I'm sorry to say, but the S&P 500 again broke the all-time high. Look at this. Bitcoin, you can see, we can even zoom in right here. Bitcoin up here broke $259. I'm checking the far top right. It broke literally. We can even like zoom right in if you just want to see. I know you just want to see. I'm speechless. Once again, I've got to reiterate to you. I don't want this. Put the water pistol down, straight in your back, and keep your slippers on. I don't want this. I want Bitcoin at 200,000. I want Ethereum at 20,000 plus. I want all our bags to pump, but this is just a reality, man. So look at this. S&P 500, that's 2 of 2 now. Now we're going to go. Then we have, in 2016, we have the next Bitcoin halvening. And unfortunately, once again, Bitcoin breaks its high. Do you know what? This is freaking crazy, friends. You know, up here, China banned Bitcoin. And someone did some big hack or scam, I think. This is crazy how this all lines up. I mean, it's scary. So around this time, look at this. The S&P 500 broke its high. So the S&P 500 broke its high. And, oh, man, like, it's crazy, friends. Here's the dots. What are we meant to do from this? See, the yellow circle here is the Bitcoin halvening. If you go back, I want you to show you. The Bitcoin halvening was here. I'm going to do the ruler and show you about 200 days after it broke the high, and then 440 days. I mean, you can get the times here again. I mean, you had the Bitcoin halvening. Here you go, 230 days. Like, they line up, but it also lines up with the stock market. This is tough. This is tough to see. So who's really in control? Crypto and the stocks? Crypto or the stocks? This is what we're going to look at. Now I'm going to look at the next one. This is even more disgusting. Then we have the third Bitcoin halvening, which was in May 2020, the year of the zombie virus. And look what happens. Right where this next vertical line is, we break the high again, the S&P 500. So, like, this is what, 4 times? 4 times, friends. So I want to explain to you what's going through my mind. This is what's going through my mind. I've already outlined it to you, but because I love you, I'm going to repeat it again. We're going to have another Bitcoin halvening here. We're going to have another Bitcoin halvening. All right. We're going to have another Bitcoin halvening over the circle right here. It's going to be in March, April 2024. The prevailing narrative is already what the crowd believes is that the Bitcoin halvening will be the reason why Bitcoin breaks its all-time high comfortably in the next crypto cycle. So I'm going to draw a line here at 69,000, which is where it is here. And I'm going to draw stocks. I also mentioned to you yesterday, I mentioned to you that at the top of, so the US Fed banned themselves from stocks up at the top here, and the top of, that was the top of crypto, the top chart, and here's the top of stocks. So effectively, now that they ban themselves, they sell. So a lot of you asking me, what does that mean when they ban themselves? Like, why is that a top? It's because they write into law, hey, we have to sell now. We have to sell the top. That's why. Isn't that spooky? They're looking for a reason to sell, and they go, hey, if we ban ourselves and just say, oh, whatever, let's just put the law in because we're gonna look for a reason to exit anyway. They have a reason to sell without telling the public, oh, we sold the top, we dumped on your heads, and we make all the policies. We knew we were going to crash the stock market. We knew it was unsustainable. We knew we were going to put interest rates so high, and we lied to you the whole time. It's spooky. It's spooky. Well, is it really spooky? I mean, here I am telling you, they're doing it in front of our eyes. We just need to put the pieces of the puzzle together. If you remember from my tweet, I'm telling you, the Fed, look at this. I've got the box here to show you. The US Fed banned at the very, very top. This is the stock market. And then we know crypto crashed 75, 90% from that point. And then also now we're tentative, waiting for the US government to ban themselves, to give themselves a reason to sell all their stocks at the top before they crash everything. That's crazy. So we're going to have the Bitcoin halvening, and I'm going to draw a little scenario here for you. Mind you, you get this wrong or right, could be the determining factor for how you go for the decade. I'm not even joking, if this turns out to be true. So when this happens, I don't know, maybe, see, what I'm pretty confident of, Bitcoin's going to go towards that high of 69K. So 69K somewhere. But this is where the split happens. I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm wrong, Bitcoin can go up to 180 and we can continue to party. But if, unfortunately, if the curse comes true, when we are at the high, so I'm going to put the arrow here, when we are at the high, instead of this following the green line and we go to 80, that means we stop If you notice here, this price is about 85 to 90,000. It's under 100,000. 100,000 seems like a perfect round number trap. And then we go, see us. Back down to 30. Wouldn't that be disgusting if that happens? That would be such a big letdown. Unfortunately, now that you know that the Fed Fed got to sell the top on everyone's heads. They sold the top of stocks. It's possible that, now I don't know how the stocks are going to go. I'm just drawing a squiggly line, but it's possible that somehow up in 2024, the US Congress also banned themselves from stocks. But you're going to say, hey, but this is 2024. Well, I still think if the US government is selling already after the Fed, that kind of means if we do some like sideways range, that might mean when the stock market comes back in 2025, wherever it does, it might do a lower high, it might do something else, but you got to watch it. It might mean that the central bank, so the US Fed and the government, they're not too focused on pumping the stock market. And this ties back to crypto because the S&P 500 correlation with Bitcoin is very strong over the long term. Even though the data, people say, no, it's not, it's an independent thing. Nope, they're moving the same line. They're all correlated to the money printing. Some sneaky stuff may happen. And I want to reiterate to you, this circle here is the Bitcoin halvening. So this is a key difference. Everybody's going to believe that Bitcoin is going to thrust through the all-time high of 69K up here, and everyone's going to be confident of that. Why? Because they say, this is what everyone's going to do. You already know this. People are going to go to the previous Bitcoin halvenings, and they're going to go, hey, in this halvening we went, they're going to do these numbers. Oh, in this halvening we went 13x. In this halvening we went 3.5x. So in this halvening, we should go like at least like a 2x, which is $160,000. Just a 2x. Do you see how everybody can get trapped? This is how humans make mistakes because we extrapolate the future to be a linear reflection of the past. So we just keep saying, well, if it went up 3x before, it can go up at least 2x this time, right? I don't like swallowing this truth, but just look around you. Tell me that doesn't sound like the biggest bull trap ever. You can smell it. Come on, you can smell it. Think about all these YouTubers, influencers, everyone in the crowd, all of us holding hands. Every single one of us is going to do the Moon Boy Hope chart. And they're going to go, wow, if we just break the all-time high of Bitcoin by a 2x, we'll be at $140,000. Wow. And then we can all sell and be happy. It's very unfortunate. What about what the crowd thinks, friends? Because, I had another friend as well ask me, hey, in 2021, everyone was bullish, but we went up. And I said, that's a very good thing. It's a very good question you asked me because I thought about the same thing too. But we were all bullish, but we were mega, giga, hyper bullish. And all we got was a baby little cow, wasn't even a bull. And then they slaughtered us. So in 2021 here, even though we stopped at 50 to 70,000, the minimum targets were 100 to 150. So we undershot expectations like here. So here's 100 to 180. This is where everybody thought we'd land. Up here. Look where we landed down there. So everybody thought we'd go like this. Instead, we went halfway, bang. So you look at that big difference. That's the big disaster. So I'm just going to move that disappointment to the future. And I'm just going to, I'm going to move these big red arrows. But I just want you to see now, how dangerous is this? If this halvening, the orange circle here's the halvening. If we travel up against the yellow line, I just want you to think for a second. What do you think the crowd's going to be cheering for? Do you think the crowd at $90,000 Bitcoin is going to be saying 30 grand next? Or do you think they're going to be saying 130 grand next? What happens in history? We've seen it already, that we always get disappointed. The returns get diminished and it gets harder and harder. I wish I could bring you better news. This is just what I'm saying. It feels like a big giant trap will happen. And I already know, every time I say these, people say, but they're going to print money, but they're going to do this, but they're going to do that. Let me tell you something. I learned the hard way. The amount of money they printed in 2020 after the zombie virus should have put Bitcoin to like $500,000. I'm not even joking. Printing 37% of the money supply of the world, the entire world, 37% in literally 18 months, the free market should have placed Bitcoin at the market cap of gold. I'm not even joking. We should be at $400,000 or $500,000 because that is a signal saying like, oh, you guys are trapped for life. You're literally never, ever, ever going to be able to repay off the debt. We're just going to go to the moon. But we didn't. They stopped us. I don't know what it is. The puppet master, manipulation, China. They did all the scamming. There was all this insider stuff. There was 100% manipulation. You got to win the game, friends. We're here to win the game. This is why I'm making this video for you. So I always give you the dose of reality, but I don't like rolling over and losing, man. I'm not here to lose. We're underdogs. The world, everything's against us. The rules are against us. Everything's against us. Gravity's against us. But we're going to fly together. You already know where I'm going with this. You don't hold the diminishing return crypto. You get in the faster crypto and you get in them earlier. The crowd is going to realize they're getting scammed in Bitcoin and the stock market much later than us. They're going to start buying our tops. They're going to start FOMOing into our tops. They're going to think this time is different. They're going to get wrecked. I don't know how this transpires to total returns in the crypto market. I'm hoping for a 10 trillion market cap for crypto. But after seeing all of these, after seeing this evidence, I'm thinking, well, I can see a big giga bull trap forming because people are going to think we're going to thrust through that all-time high and we're going to close multiple months through it. What if this yellow scenario happens in Bitcoin? What if we just have like one poke above? Imagine like somewhere in 2025, we go to $90,000 1 month and then we come back down to 70. And everyone's like, okay, next stop, we're just going to continue because everybody's going to think we're going to do this. Everyone's going to think, oh, we go up, make a base of support, and then we pop up. What if we do this? We go up, make a low high, and then actually come down. It's over. You're not going to be able to sell this. I've got to reiterate to you, friends. No, why would you, look, from the deepest part of my heart, I'm telling you, they printed 37% of the money supply. No one who knows, if you knew anything about what they just did, you're like, Bitcoin should be priced where gold is. There is no way the market shouldn't price Bitcoin next to gold, which is $400,000 or $500,000, or at least go towards it. They were able to stop it at 64K. Not even anywhere near 100. They were able to stop it. Do you think the crowd is going to be selling Bitcoin at $80,000 or $90,000? This is what you have to prepare for. No one is. Do you know when they're going to sell? After it comes back down to 40 or 30K. Then they go, okay, that's it. We're done. We're fully done. We've wasted, people will realize they've wasted like, how many years now? Oh my God, they've wasted, oh my God, that's disaster. They've wasted like 9 years to get like a plus 30%. Oh, that'll be very bad if that happens. Be very bad if that happens. I'm so glad we're seeing the light earlier. There's too many maxis. There's too many things on it. We're just too late for it, man. It's just too late. Now, I'm praying every day we get the green scenario. If the green scenario happens and Bitcoin goes to 140, 200K, oh, that'll be amazing. But I'm thinking in my mind personally, if Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin and Bitcoin goes to, say, $150,000, a flippening would mean that Ethereum is about 18% of Bitcoin's price. So if you do 18% of $150,000, you have a $27,000 Ethereum. This is what I thought would happen last bull market, but I don't know if I think like that anymore. Because what I'm trying to do with you is I'm trying to show you, in my mind, I'm reverse engineering a flippening. And I'm saying, okay, I think Ethereum flips Bitcoin, but at what prices now we're trying to guess? Does it flip it at 150,000 Bitcoin with a 27,000 Ethereum? Because everyone in the crypto industry is a multi-millionaire if this happens. And I'm thinking, well, I don't think life's going to play out like that. I want it to, But I don't think life's going to play out like that for the biggest blue chip solid tier assets that everybody knows and loves, and all the stock market boomers even say they're legit. I don't think it's going to happen. If you were to take me, I hate to say this, a wild stab in the dark, Ethereum might flip Bitcoin at like $80,000. Isn't that crazy? That's like a $14,000 price for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. $14,000 with the $80,000 BTC. That's a letdown, right? But Ethereum ends up pumping. Or dare I say, I know that no one expects this part. Imagine this part happens. We might actually get this, by the way, friends. We might get like actually a flippening when Bitcoin is like $60,000. Isn't that crazy? That's a $10,800 Ethereum. So I'm trying to reverse engineer these scenarios, and no matter what you do on them, there's too much risk. There's way too much risk, which is funny. You should say, wait, risky? Everybody's telling me Bitcoin and Ethereum are the safest. And here I am telling you, no, we're very late to them. They're not the safest. They're not the safest precisely because everybody thinks they're the safest. So now it's up to us to figure out how much risk do we want to take, because we don't know the future. I'm going to tell you right now, I still give this a 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance. So 50% chance Bitcoin clears 100K plus by itself. Also 50% chance Bitcoin stops near 100K and destroys us all. This is due to S&P 500 Big Daddy. This is the actual crux of everything right here. I'm going to go through it again. So there's 50-50 chance. This is what I'm seeing right now. Maybe the cards change next year in 2024. But right now, this is what it looks like. It looks like, man, think about the scenario. This 50-50 chance, look at the dangerous scenario at the bottom. That Bitcoin stops near 100K and destroys us all. So this is what we're dealing with. And you have the Fed selling the top on stocks. Maybe now the US government does as well. Like, if the stock market does something like this would be disgusting. This would be 8 years of sideways, and it'll take another year to go up. Wouldn't that be absolutely freaking filthy if that happens? Something like that, because it actually did this in the 70s, like something like this. That'll be very disgusting. If the stock market does this, by the way, based off what I've just told you, the contrarian view, if it plays out, that means Bitcoin never actually clears through this $100,000 mark into the swift skies and flies. It never does, because it's always bound by the stock market disappointing us. But my final optimistic message for you, baby dolls, you don't have to sit there and suffer. You don't have to. So even though, yeah, stock market may do this, you can seek other faster crypto. You don't have to seek Bitcoin and Ethereum, Chainlink, Hex, PulseX, PulseChain, PawPleb, PP, right, for PawPleb. A lot of you want to know the ticker. So you can seek other faster crypto. Are there other layer 1 chains you believe in? Gaming, metaverse, memes, whatever it is. You know my core coins. I've made many videos on them already, and there might be more in the future, but I'm just here to explain to you clearly, just so you understand the risk that you are taking in crypto if you're riding under the blue chips. The risk of disappointment is huge. Right now in crypto, everybody sees all the altcoins as a scam. All of them. Chainlink, I get an abusive message once a day. Everybody tongue-in-cheek, like, this thing's down 90%, Like, I make more fun of Chainlink more than anyone else, but I hear that all the time. Same thing with Hex. People always, with Chainlink and Hex, people do the same thing. It's funny. Every time, they only send me a linear chart of it. Every single time. And it's funny because if I want to make something look bad, I put a linear chart of it too. So I like that. I'm like, yes, okay, good. People don't believe. Good, we're underdogs. We power up. PulseX, PulseChain coming. PawPleb, also a meme. There's going to be others. You have to think, is your community growing fast enough such that if Bitcoin does the curse scenario, this yellow hump, I want you to think about the prices that you estimate your core coins will be at this point. Because I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin's 28K. What's it going to be at near its high, friends? Oh my God, 140%. 2.4x. Congratulations. So if you had $10,000, you're going to have, oh wow, that's just disgusting. You get back what, $24,000? Wow. And then you're not going to sell, by the way, because it's only up 2.4x. Why the hell would you sell for $24,000 and you put in 10? And then you're going to watch it probably drop down all the way 60%. You're going to hate your life. So think about, what can Chainlink do if Bitcoin goes to its all-time high? It's around an 8x from here. What can Hex do? It's a 10x from here to the all-time high. What can other coins do? You're no longer dealing in this like little 2x level. You're dealing with these 10x's. And this translates to a lot of money. You already know it does. A lot of money. So the choice is yours, how you want to think about this. I hope something changes. But right now, this is what it's looking up to be. It's looking up like they're just going to try and scam and psyops us. But we don't know. Is the rest of the crypto altcoin industry, are they going to have their own seasons where they disconnect from Bitcoin a bit longer than normal? Because in the past, Bitcoin ruled all, and it still rules a lot. But we don't know how it's going to be in the future, because every single year, more and more people are coming straight for altcoins. They want nothing to do with Bitcoin and Ethereum because of the high unit bias. So you already know how to prepare. You stack up on core coins that you believe in. This is how you prepare. Don't do the trap. The trap move is to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum now, hold them until their all-time high, and then this is a trap. I remember you. Trap. Okay, so don't do this. Traditionally, people buy, they hold until the all-time high, and then in the mania, they start selling their Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they rotate to altcoins. This is what the crowd is doing. You got to beat the crowd. I'm here to show you I'm trying to beat the crowd. The crowd's going to do that. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to buy their rotated altcoins today. We're going to buy them today. This is what we want. At the end of the day, there are no certainties, only probabilities. You are a yummy baby doll, baby cake, sugar pie. Tell mum and dad that you love them, friends.